Something up?
Oh!
Alright, I'm game. What did you want to show me?
Learn from me, apprentice.
Got it. I'll be sure to make use of it. Something up? Well, you've got that look in your eye, so who am I to argue? Alright, I think I've got it. I'll try to practice it when I get the chance.
I don't remember this mechanic
Something
being
up?
in the base game.
Alright. But I tell you, I think you're carrying this teacher thing too far.
Excuse me?
Alright, I think I've got it. I'll try to practice it when I get the chance. Something up?
Here's some more
Alright,
techniques.
I'm game. What did you want to show me?
Dominate mind.
Alright, I think I've got it. I'll try to practice it when I get the chance. Something up? Alright.
That's enough. Good. You've learned everything that I can teach you.
You are here. Did you not?
Oh yeah, I mean this whole thing is evil. It was Visas' master. He could feel my presence in the Force.
The time
Hydrate.
to hide your presence is coming to a close.
That
You
one.
will need to increase your training. You are ready.
Okay.
Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries. You
Cloudy
must
is forcing me
If
to
only
drink
humans
something
know
that
the
isn't
path you
water.
take, I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade
It's
upon
alright.
blade? Such is the way of the greatest of the Sith marauders who seek strength in war and their rage.
Scared the
Or
crap
is it
out of
the
me.
ways of darkness and shadow that you seek? The power that comes from striking unseen and sensing weaknesses in others, the ways of the assassins of the Sith. Or perhaps your way lies with the Sith and the heart of their darkness, to recognize what strength is and bring that strength to those that follow you and those that defy you, the way of a Sith Lord.
I want to be the Sith Lord.
It
Yeah.
is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
Prestige class. I am a level 0 Sith Lord. Herb? What? Oh yay, Herb is back home. Yay. Herbe? Your frog? Is this your frog? Hey, Endless. Good evening. How are you doing? Prestige sense. Dark side corruption. What does that do? The Sith Lord's command of the dark side is so great that it influences his companions. Some are weak and will grow more corrupt. Others find new resolve from a Sith Lord's influence and become even more aligned with the light. A Sith Lord's corruption grows in strength as they grow in power. We're doing all right. Empathy. Had a bizarre dinner where we had fried rice and samosas, which the flavors do not mix at all, not even remotely. Hop up, hero. Hello. Hey, little one. I'm trying to figure out which one of these I should... See, this is why I need to give Atten. He needs finesse with lightsabers. I'm having trouble here. I don't know which one to pick. Ah. Hero's little claws are digging into my leg. You're a good boy, Hero. You're a good boy. Ah! I guess I'll increase my saving throws. That's probably a good idea. Is that a good idea, Hero? Crush opposition. My little green friend. This power saps the will of every enemy within a 15-meter radius. Targets suffer -1 to hit, -1 to future will saves. Blah blah blah. Lasts for 45 seconds. Oh! Force Storm. Yes, good, good. Oh, that's what happened to Padme's will to live. How we doing, Counter? How is your evening? Force Storm. I mean... It's nothing. Nothing. No reason not to. Where's Force Crush? It's like the ultimate ability. I want that. Oh, I get 2 powers. Cool. Force Confusion. Sorry this is taking me so long. I've just got so many options. I guess I'll give myself the ability to heal. Where's my Force Drain? Oh! Death Field. That's way cooler. It's super dark. It drains life of everyone around me and gives it to me. 50 force points. Cool.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Lightsaber forms.
The Jedi practice many. You may have a...
Yes, yes. Teach me more of the Force. Force forms.
Very well.
Dang it.
Ask.
You know, Revan?
I misspoke before.
Gab about D&D.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why would you pick that? Well, it's probably the 1-year anniversary of the last time we played D&D. So that's great. You know, when I set up this channel point reward, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about my D&D campaign that I play all the time, and I'm super proud of the, hundreds of hours of work that I put into it. And you know what? Haven't played it in a year, so it's kind of upsetting. So, you know, I am pretty much the forever DM in our group. Other folks have done starts to their campaigns, but then it just goes back to me. So, what happened? Well, COVID is a good thing, but you know, just a whole bunch of life events and all of our lives just kind of pushed us in separate directions. It's just how it is. Haven't been able to schedule anything in a year now, so. Hey, I'll get back to talking about D&D in a second, but we have a decision to make. I've got 3 planets I need to go to. Nar Shaddaa, nope, we already went there. Onderon, Dantooine, or Korriban? Onderon, Dantooine, or Korriban? Korriban is the planet of the Sith. Dantooine is where the Jedi Temple lied, but Malik destroyed it in the previous game. And Onderon is the planet of the Mandalorians. Oh wait, no it's not. It was a planet that the Mandalorians kept trying to take during the war with Exar Kun. Dantooine? We can do Dantooine. Why not? So, getting back to me talking about D&D. So here's what we left off on, okay? Because I did a heck of a cliffhanger. But I guess it wasn't good enough to entice everybody to want to get back together. So, pretty much all the group was captured. They were captured on a highly advanced naval vessel that was captained by an enemy, a gnome by the name of Neon. Noble Neon, and so this group started breaking out of their cells. Well, I had one more party member that was on his own, and he took an airship and had the airship full of explosives and crashed it into this highly advanced vessel. So it's crashed on the main deck. They're fighting on the main deck. There's fighting under in as they're trying to escape their cells. I have all my players playing 2 different characters. It's a crazy fight. And the previous session ended with them setting off the explosives on the airship, blowing the airship to hell, blowing off the complete front of the ship, and then I ended the session there. So it was this huge epic scale fight and literally ended that session with a bang. And I've still got everything set up in the other room on a shelf. I've got everything set up. It's been sitting collecting dust for a year now. So. We're gonna take HK out. This woman notices my lightsaber.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go.
Excuse me. You will answer my questions.
I will answer your questions.
Wow, that was easy. Who's Administrator Adare?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have they caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on calf hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
How many people have gone missing?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the calf hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone.
Where is Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is your center of government?
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
Yeah, Dantooine is too remote. I'd be more impressed if there weren't so many holes.
We're working on it. Is there anything else you'd want to talk about? Just head
Bye.
into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Well, the
life
the
is
real crazy thing, about that is they kind of put themselves into a hopeless situation by blowing up their only way out. I mean, we're talking about, we have this tiny little airship that basically ran into a fleet of naval vessels and crashed into the lead one, and then they blew it up. So I was really intrigued to see where they were going to go with that. What's her stats? Lots of dexterity. Alright, so she should have finesse with lightsabers. Just keep raising dex. Raise that awareness, raise the treat injury, raise. Let's do fear. Treat injury. So she's got 2 weapon fighting. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll keep putting stuff into 2 weapon fighting if that's the case. Keep talking. Okay, I could keep talking about D&D. Branwen. I guess I could talk about the characters. So, all in all, we've had 5 main characters between 3 players. Hold on, I need to figure out. 415. Riot Buster. This is probably pretty good. Let's put that on. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that's cool. Oh, I just realized I don't really have... I guess I'll just give the optimized interface. I don't really have anybody that has the toxin emitter. That's cool. Ion Striker. Alright. So we've had 5 characters between 3 players. I'm gonna take your stuff. I just did. What are you gonna do about it? He doesn't care. Do you have any... okay. Cards? You're a card player? So Cloudy's character goes by the name Branwen Allium, and her backstory has made for a lot of really interesting situations. She is a wood elf that who is the daughter of the High Warlock. Impossible! You gotta be kidding me.
Ready to serve.
Who's got the best security? I made a huge mistake. You don't have any security. What about you? You don't have any security. What? Mine's 17 and I can't open this? I'm blowing it. The daughter of the High Warlock of Estelia. And the High Warlock that keeps the Tree of Time. This massive, great tree. One of several prominent great trees in the world. Because of this neato relation, we even had a situation where I started off the second story act with like a you know, pulling out the rug from under you, you know, vision of the future. So we skipped ahead in time, and Branwen, you know, was in charge, was the High Warlock, but everything went to hell, and then she got sent back in time.
A Jedi. I've got to tell the others.
If you warn the others, I will destroy you.
I'm sorry, Master Jedi. I won't tell nobody if you spare me. I promise.
Can't take the chance that you will betray me, Diaworm.
It is strange. As you acted, suddenly I acted.
Uh-huh.
It is like we were fighting in tandem as a force bond. Though I do not feel the same connection. Your impulse to kill, to attack that one, I felt it mirrored in me. It was a strange sensation. It was as if I had no choice in the matter.
Alright. Let's continue on. Branlin has had quite a bit of a character arc. Kind of starting out as brash and I guess a little privileged. Not so much as one of our other characters, but definitely a little chaotic, but in time has become more and more responsible. So it's pretty neat. Pretty neat to see how Cloudy has kind of evolved the character over time. What do you sell? Nah.
Observation. It is a hostile galaxy master. Upgrades would allow us to pulverize our enemies more efficiently.
Hibbs was a party member, is kind of still a party member. As I mentioned in that latest confrontation, everybody's playing two characters. Essentially, he's gotten through a heck of a story arc where, through an accident, pretty much all of his family was killed by one of the current party members, and essentially he left the party because of that. And since then, he's kind of become a villain. So I did something that I did a secret online-only campaign that my other players were completely unaware of. I brought in some folks that were out of town. We did a whole text message online-only storyline where basically he just became more and more of a villain. So I happened to forgive and forget. So eventually they came to blows, and things got real messy. But now there's kind of like they're forced to work together. But there is so much animosity. Because for a really long time, he worked with the current bad guys, but it kind of fucked up real bad. Well, yeah, Cloudy's character, Branwyn, was being brought to the trial. There was a huge misunderstanding. Our wizard, Elias, set off a fireball in the swamp, detonated a whole bunch of swamp gas, body parts everywhere.
You'll find little I will tell no one I've seen you, but please leave and don't cause any trouble.
Oh yeah, the dire wolf unfortunately kicked the bucket, but was able to get revived. Through some good old religious propaganda.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
I forgot to equip visas. Oh wait, no, I did. Well, she can use 2 weapons. -2. There we go. Do a little spinny thing. Yeah. You want to fight? You want to fight?
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right?
You're like the only person that hasn't noticed my lightsaber.
If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Why is what? No one thinks I'm a salvager. Where's the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's not like you're gonna stop me.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Why not?
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem? No, you're planning on killing someone?
What am I supposed to do? Salvagers keep trespassing on my land and stealing my farming equipment. They grab anything they can get a hold of. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment.
Oh no.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
Who are you? Alright.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship. Yes.
What did you say about my ship?
Friendly greetings are here for you.
Okay. My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen, but if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Well, I don't like your attitude and your assertion on my sexual preferences.
Visitor, please come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the ship that just landed?
Why do you want to know?
I'll take it as a given that the vessel is indeed yours. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Get to the point.
My point is that the previous owner of that ship was a very influential Jedi. And Jedi are not as admired here as they once were. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
I'm looking for Jedi. Could you tell me who you're talking about?
I feel I must step carefully here. You are not like other Jedi I have known. You seem darker somehow.
Wow, okay. I have strayed from the path of the light, but I seek to find my way back.
Yes, I understand. Say no more. For good or ill, I feel you are the only one remaining who can help me with the present situation. My friend. Let's just call him Frook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He sent for me. He said you'd fill me in on the situation when I arrived.
We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate Azkul and his mercenaries.
Oh,
He had his
thank
own
you.
errand to run in the Enclave. Jedi business of some sort. He went into the sublevel, which isn't without its dangers. But he hasn't returned.
Go on.
I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Oh, I'll make it my first priority.
We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nah, I don't care. Elias von Woodforge is played by Monk, who I don't know if
What brings you to
he's
Kunda?
come to my stream
You have any
before,
troubles to
but
report?
he's part of
I'm
our
here to help.
community.
I just hope you aren't here about Garavek.
Plays a high elf. I'll talk about him more in a second. I might cause some trouble on my own, actually.
I see. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go over the militia rules then. Kunda and the Salvager camp are under militia protection, so a friendly scuffle is all right. But if any blasters are drawn, there'll be hell to pay. But if you buy some Jedi trinket and you're not satisfied, you're on your own. I'd stay away from the mercenary camp. We've had difficulties with them. We don't patrol or investigate there anymore. A trip there and you're on your own. Follow the rules and we don't have any problems. Oh, and Pato Ado doesn't cheat as far as we can figure. So don't complain about the Ithorian either.
Alright, whatever.
All right, stay out of trouble now.
You got it. Wait, wasn't he here last time? He was in the first game. Adam Larp. He had like the best armor in the game. Selling arms. Yeah. Let me see what you're selling. Ooh, bye. I know that it's somewhere in the poll. It's pretty good too. Let's see if I can find a workbench. That Viridian, I think, was in second place. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip that on my lightsaber as soon as I can find a workbench.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dad.
I'm the militia captain here.
Oh my god.
If you're in trouble or looking for it.
I prefer to call it a challenge, not trouble.
There is often opportunity in challenges if you know how to look for it. I might have something for you. But first, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters?
I was just looking around. My affairs are my own concern.
I suppose you're right, as long as you don't break any laws. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something?
What kind of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. Coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
How dangerous is it? How much is the reward?
2,000 credits.
That's much more important than credit. What do you know about the cave?
We used some explosives to seal a cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find.
That sounds good.
That's all I can ask.
Alright.
You want something?
Bah. Metal Gear. But anyway, yeah, Elias was a high elf, still is. Another kind of noble type character. Elias is the son of the head of the Order of the Highest Elves, which is all in a tower, the Tower of Elias, in the nation of Elias. Country, whatever. Which is kind of set up in like a strict meritocracy where, you know, how skilled you are at magic places you higher up in the tower, and basically you know, if you're like extremely skilled, you basically just become the head of the order. In game, the nation, the country was attacked by the bad guys, the Gnomish Dominion, and they essentially had like a splinter. It's kind of like the how do I put it? The people that don't reside in the tower basically took up with the gnomes to try to overthrow the government. So it was kind of like a, I don't know how you would put it. Shades of gray, because these people were obviously not treated well.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
But eventually they came to like a, okay, we'll try to work together to make this a better country, and pushed out the bad guys. What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
I don't really care.
That's just a great attitude. Sorry to waste your time.
That's great and all. Whatever.
May I serve?
Oh wait, we wanted to go to the, well, let's go to the Crystal Cave. It's right over here, and see if the color that you all picked the most was violet. So if we get a violet lightsaber crystal, then we'll go ahead and install that in our lightsaber. But we do have the Viridian crystal that we could put in someone else's lightsaber. Because we're just... And everybody is going to be turning into Jedis. At least we're going to try to do that with as many characters as we can. That guy just walking away from me.
My life is yours.
I really am like a glass cannon. You can see how much damage I take. I can dish out a ton of damage too, though. Hey, you!
Yutapak mito, hai bes nika dochi mapao krawe no sha. What a lord chibafu.
I do not sneak.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lisba.
You mentioned crystals?
Kabadumpa mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawakachu.
I sense some small force potential within you.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata.
I am a Jedi.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma.
What do you know about the other mercenaries?
Da come giusmak miki baranyeto so Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata.
Alright, whatever. I want cool stuff. Give me that cool stuff. I'm zapping someone through the wall. We're just too cool. We're too cool for school. Force. Too cool force school. Give him a good old zap. What do we got here? Crystal Realm. So Elias has had a bit of a character arc, kind of similar to Branwyn's in a way, except Elias started off as being very, 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 very privileged. and has kind of come into a more responsible role as time has gone on. You know, super hoity-toity thinking. Let's just say that after blowing up that guy's previous party member's family, he still thinks that it was just fine. No biggie.
Optimal.
I did mention that there's 2 more party members. So after Hibbs left, our player started playing a character named Orlon Freewind.
Disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
I want good stuff.
I feel echoes of the Force here.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect Force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Wowie zowie. You're gonna knock over something. Feels strange, but not weaker.
The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Alright, whatever. Oh no! Look at these punks.
My
So basically, now that we're at, you know, this high level, we just spam Force Storm and kill everything. Yeah, there we go. Just sit back, relax. Oh, nice. Orlon Freewind is an Asimar, which is basically a mix between human and angel. Hey, we got our violet crystal. There we go. We'll put that in our lightsaber. In our homebrew universe, basically was created as part of essentially a divine security force for the exiled population on the moon. Ended up losing his memory. His actual name being Vilder. He ended up leaving the party after becoming the new Emperor of the Moon. Essentially at the end of the second story arc, I gave the party a choice over if anybody wants to be the Emperor of the Moon. If they were to do so, they would essentially not, you know, they would leave. There's a stink bug. Alright, I'll get back to my story in a second. I gotta take care of the bug. Alright, we're back. So, as I was saying, that party member basically became the new Emperor of the Moon after they killed the Demon Emperor, who was trying to do a invasion of the planet. And our latest party, well, there was actually another party member who was a Warforged who only lived for 3 sessions before dying, named Tau 307. Tau 307 died. And no one bothered. No one bothered to, like, try to salvage him or anything, so yep. And our latest character is Moss Harlan. He is a changeling from the demon horde that was going to invade the planet. Basically lost his way after his emperor was killed, and has now kind of changed sides after realizing that the demons were kind of being horrible. Trying to make the players look bad. Well, basically, they got into a situation where there was a portal that was open, and they decided to run through it and leave Tau behind. Now, Tau 307 was... But, no, well, I mean... I distinctly remember a moment where one of you literally ran over his corpse and then ran into the portal. So, let's go install this lightsaber crystal. I actually gave that player a chance to continue playing his Warforged, because his Warforged was actually possessed by a Fae who was just like subtly influencing him every now and then. And my idea was that he could keep playing.
What do you mean, Pazak? Okay. What, again? This is Ronto Scrag. What house rule says I have to go first? Yeah, well, I'm still not convinced you aren't cheating.
Warning, if you draw another ±1 card, I will enact assassination protocols.
This droid is cleaning me out.
But, he was possessed by a Fae, so my idea was that the Fae would just basically take over his body. So I said, you could keep playing your character, but your personality is going to be completely different. You're going to be this Fae character through and through. But he didn't want to do that, and ended up changing his character outright to this changeling, who's had a pretty interesting character arc so far. Could you guys keep it down? Your fighting is irritating me.
Yeah, keep it down, trash compactor. Look, it's your irritating deets and de-deets that can be heard all over the damn ship, alright?
HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe you've been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden.
Quite a few cutscenes. All right, let's change some things up. Violet, you all voted for it. Well, not all of you, but the majority of you voted for Violet. So there it is. We got ourselves a Violet lightsaber. Cold damage. Alright. That's just wild. Yeah, I'm equipping that. Oh. Oh no. Ah! Crap. Alright. That one. And that one. And that one. Assemble. Nice. We did it. Who's wearing that? Here, do you want something? Have one of these. I wish it told you who had it equipped. A lot of people have a lot of things equipped. Look at that. It's so violet. And double-bladed. Thanks everybody that voted in the poll. I believe Violet actually won by 1? So we could end up changing it if anybody votes in the poll and picks something else. Who knows?
My life for yours.
Who sent you?
I serve my master.
Yeah.
There's.
Where can I find your master?
You cannot.
All right. I have questions for you. Was your master the one sent to Pragus?
I'm not. There are where they. I will.
I talked to you all about.
It's not something I speak.
Okay.
I will. My master. There are where they.
I talked to you about that before.
My people once had that site made map.
I understand.
Is there some? My life. I serve my map. There's. My master. There's. You if you want and there's and if my master does not understand you. There is much I see. My people. There.
Okay, well, we don't have enough influence to make her go, oh yeah, I'll talk to you about everything.
Query. Answer.
I need to do more evil deeds. HK-47 and visas aren't willing to talk to me. It's the Enclave courtyard, and that's to the caves. What's over here? We're exploring. It definitely reused a lot when it came to Dantooine. But not too much. If you want to see reuse, we'll eventually get to Korriban, which is where... Why is HK... Where's his gun? He's punching and kicking. He is a gun. I keep resisting my lightning. Is there anything over here? There was nothing over here. Yeah. But Korriban, essentially they had plans to make a whole nother planet, droid planet. But I guess they just didn't have time because, like I said before, this game was released like half a year before it was originally planned to. And that was because they essentially adjusted the schedule so that Republic Commando came out later, way closer to Revenge of the Sith. It was originally scheduled to come out during the holiday season in 2004 when Knights of the Republic 2 came out. So they basically just flip-flopped the releases. And so this game came out half-finished, basically. We are playing with the restored content mod, which basically took a lot of the developer notes that they left and just kind of compiled it together in this incredible fan project. But one thing that this mod does not have is the droid planet. That's a completely separate mod that I did not download. I played it before. It's a bit rough, so I just kind of wanted to stick with what we had. Okay, I guess we explored this whole area. But anyway, so instead of the droid planet, we got Korriban instead, which is basically ripped directly from the first game. Like, it's the exact same. But, I mean, you really got to empathize with the developers of this game, and the fact that they still cranked out one of the best Star Wars games ever made, and it being half finished is that's achieved. That's an achievement. Hello, mercenaries.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need.
Alright.
If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it?
What? I'm not looking for work.
Then maybe we can get along just fine.
You tell me about the mercenaries?
Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here.
Who's your leader?
A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper from Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war.
War. You know, I heard something about war never changing. What do you do when you're between jobs?
We find ways to divert ourselves. A lot of us find odd jobs. There are many more mercs around than what you see on Dantooine. We're spread out.
Alright. Bye.
Can I help you?
Hey, Mandalorians.
Just trying to make a living. At least there's still people in the galaxy who know our value. It's not glamorous work, but a man has to eat, right?
Bye. You've got a name?
Smells like another salvager's come to our camp. Vacate, Mudlicker. Don't make me tell you again.
Ease off, Nalick. There's better sport than this one.
I don't need help to take out a Mudlicker. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You want to fight me? You're as dumb as you look.
What? I'm a veteran of the Jedi Civil War.
Oh,
I fought
no.
dozens of battle-trained Republic soldiers. You're going to die.
Let's have some fun. Hand me your gun.
Here's my gun.
Your mind is beyond weak. Now let's fight.
You've given me all the excuse I need, outsider. You're dead now.
Oh. Thanks for the gun. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure it's literally the exact same one that I... Oh wait, no, this is different. Riot Buster. Whatever. Anybody else want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Mandalorians
I don't suppose
fight.
you're here to hire us.
Why doesn't HK and Jesus like my dark-sidedness? Yeah, I try really hard. I zap a lot of people with electricity.
Accuracy ratio achieved.
Who are you?
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I'm not a salvager.
Oh, is that so? You're no mercenary, and with those armaments, this isn't a social call. You're at least thinking of heading to the ruins. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find.
I don't need your permission to go to the ruins.
You don't look like you're gonna crawl around the ruins. If you want to go to the sub-level, you are gonna need the administrator's permission, though.
I already have that.
Well, you're welcome to go down there and die. The Lagreks are hungry. Could use a treat.
What do you do around here?
I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by.
You sell it to?
Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business.
What you got?
You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. Let me show you what I've got.
Alright. Cool, cool. Look at all these. I'm gonna buy the cyan. I'm gonna buy the orange. I'm gonna buy the green and the red. What else? Did I get the yellow? I think I did. I get that too. We want a lens. Do we have a lens? We don't have an emitter. We could use an emitter. There's no lens here. All these lower my defense. And these are pretty much the same. Oh, slow, stun. No. No. Thanks, though. I got so many collars.
They gathered a group to go to the sub-level. They're probably all gonna get killed. Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
Are you selling something?
Am I that transparent to you? Apparently this is so. I am Ralon, known throughout this camp for the many artifacts of value that I have uncovered. An expert, this is certain. A question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron.
How much do you want for it?
Shrewd question from a discerning mind. My price will be very low. You could sell it for thousands. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come.
Can I expect it?
I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits.
Not even worth the time you just wasted describing it.
How did you know? I never unload this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. You can't blame me.
Actually, I can blame you violently.
I apologize immensely. Surely you recognize that attacking me here will pose problems. The militia and the salvagers will hunt you.
Give me the fake holocron now.
I will not. Very well, take it. Leave me to my poverty, my suffering.
Sure. You guys not appreciate anything that I do?
Do you feel it? The wound on this world. It is centered here. If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well.
Okay. So the Jedi still live?
Perhaps in the shadows of the galaxy. We will know when the time comes. And I hope our enemies do not.
Alright. Look! It's our good friends!
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
Huh? They started shooting.
Failing, master.
Hey, jerk face, why didn't you help?
Sorry. Is there someone that you need killed, master? Stay.
The honor is mine.
Ready to serve. Assassination protocol.
That's fun. No. So I'd imagine one of the reasons why they were able to actually make this game in such a short time span was because of all the assets that they had access to. Hello.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
I want you out of my way now.
So the pup thinks she can start bossing us around. Watch yourself. We've been here a lot longer. Lots of possible accidents if you cross us.
You obviously have no idea who you're dealing with.
All I see is fresh meat for the Lagrex. Don't even think of threatening us. That's a battle you can't win.
You've tremendously overestimated your pathetic abilities.
That's it. Attack.
Anybody? Jeez, you guys are impossible to please. I don't get any influence for doing horrific, dark-sided acts.
Everyone tell Hero he's a good boy, he just brushed his teeth.
Yay, Hero brushes teeth. Good dental health.
I can make this one see.
Switching to combat mode.
I mean, look at those pearly whites and that emote. Here comes more of them. Oh, there's a lot. Everybody leveled up. It breathes fire? Huh? Who are you?
My leg Rex. You've killed them. They're my pets.
Who are you?
I'm KV, and this is my home. Now there's nothing to stop them from coming back. They're taking things that are Jedi and not theirs. That's wrong.
You won't bother anyone again, ever.
I hate you!
Zap. Hey, got a lightsaber.
Statement. Master, there are times when your actions make my behavior core glow.
Hey, we finally got influence. It took forever, but we did it. You know, I think we're pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, jeez. Alright. How am I gonna do? Let's see here. I guess we'll just keep pumping your computer use for some reason. Alright. I'll be streaming for the next hour. I guess I'll give her the short lightsaber. Oh, it's cyan. Look at that. You know, our lightsaber color matches our outfit, and I think that's pretty cool. Wasn't this a puzzle? I could have sworn there was something here, and it's not here anymore. That is weird. Okay. Man, I remember a puzzle there, and it's not there. I'm really confused. Unless it's in another room. Oh, my dexterity's super high. I should probably put a feat into... finesse.
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here!
Lagrix in the area are dead.
You must be fierce with a blaster then. Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Yeah. Hey! Got some goodies.
Your acts are powerful. Much can be born from such manipulations.
Thanks. And they're all about me now. They're like, hey, man, that sure was evil. I appreciate how evil that was. Way to go. Way to go. You know, it's just what we do here. Don't run in there. Don't run in there. Don't do it. Oh, she's gotten a heck of a lot eviler. Look at her picture. She's getting there. She's getting there. You're gonna be so evil. We got a dead salvager. What? What am I supposed to do with that? Found a body. Perhaps someone in the camp would know who this poor fellow is. What, did I put him in my backpack? Still needs 2 more. So we just need HK with us, like, you know, hanging out, having a good time. I got attacked by, like, a ton of them in a row when I was on Nar Shaddaa. They kept coming at me. They wouldn't leave me alone. I found a door here and wanted to break it. So, I guess one pretty nice thing about all of this is the fact that we never got to see this area in the first game. Going underneath the Jedi Temple is something completely new. So, that's pretty cool. I can put that lens on my lightsaber. So let's go ahead and do that. Got this. It does a stun, but lowers my defense. Oh my goodness. We're deadly, and we don't even use our lightsaber. But if we do need to use it, oh my god. You watch out. That's not very good.
Acknowledgement.
What's on TV? Head technician Durgar Chester. Can't believe Zerka Corp released a new protocol droid model with so many technical flaws. The batch we ordered last month have all fried out from overheating. Zerka rep said the droid was designed for temperature-controlled environments, such as starships, but I don't buy it. The real problem is that the Sith cursed power cell of the new model runs too hot. Worse, the output modulator was installed right next to the cell, and is the first thing to get melted into slag when the cell overheats. Needless to say, without a functioning output modulator, you could jostle the droid and it would pop like fireworks on Republic Day. So I'm working with the Zerka rep to get these defective droids replaced. In the meantime, I've powered down the new protocol droids so they don't cause any more accidents. Camera offline. Look at all those guys. Alright. Can I do anything with these bad boys? Go and have some fun, I guess. Do whatever you feel like. Oh wait, I can upgrade that short lightsaber. Put some nice stuff in it. We're gonna do that real quick. Carry on, friendly robot. Alright. Let's do one of these. Let's do one of... yeah, sure. And one of those. Cool. Lightsaber is a lightsaber. You know, the fact that they're so upgradable is like the reason why you want someone to use a lightsaber over any other weapon. Now you can upgrade so many things in this game, but you obviously have a lot more opportunity when it comes to the lightsabers. I need you to do your little I love the sound of that. It's super cool. I guess I'll take this guy out. Eventually that droid's gonna go somewhere and kill something and I'm just gonna get random experience points. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Here's another puzzle. I don't remember how this one works. So what's this? Come on. Yeah. Hello. I wasn't expecting to find anyone else here alive.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic.
Alright.
Although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
Alright. What are you doing here?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
You know what happened?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Oh, why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things, and they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have, but you know this.
What do you mean?
Many Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
Do you blame the Jedi who turned or the Council?
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
Do you know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of her training, she sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that she returned to her first master at the end of her training, in order to learn how she might best leave the Order.
Revan and Malak would have received the same training as I did.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Sure.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to her apprentice Malak, who turned on her. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in her conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince her of the rightfulness of their actions.
Alright, whatever.
What else would you like to know?
You look familiar.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
Suspicious. Why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic,
you
and
and
the
everyone
Jedi
else.
Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic, and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Fun. Why are the Jedi Order important?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role. What else? Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
Because they need to answer for what they did to me.
What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer
No,
such questions.
I meant answer as in cut off their heads. I don't want to talk about it.
In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
Yeah, whatever. If you want to come along, you'll have to carry your own weight. Why not? What?
I am listening.
Heavy armor. Let's give you some heavy armor. Dancer's outfit. 12. That's pretty good. There you go. I don't know. What weapons do you use? I'll give you two blaster pistols. Take it or leave it. And you can get one of these and one of these. Good, good.
I am ready. Master. I am ready.
And maybe if we're lucky, you can go all dark-sided like everybody else.
This one killed by a lightsaber.
Datapad contains orders from Azkul, the leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Vrook has wandered into the Enclave alone. We will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our nook in the Kinrath caves to await transport to Nar Shaddaa. He will fetch a fine bounty. If it's not in our records, it does not exist. Oof. Alright. I'm going to save my game before I access this terminal. Who's got the better computer use? The answer is me, by a lot. Okay. 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 That was a waste of my time. It's just a complete waste. Technologic. This journal was found near the gnawed skeleton of a salvager. Last entry is of interest. I made it farther into the Enclave than any other salvager. I've discovered an untouched storage room. The computer in the power relay station should allow me to open the security door. Once I figure out how to sneak past the leg rigs that made a mess there, I will leave Dantooine rich. Out of the way. As I said in the previous stream, every single one of these gives me experience, so it's worth doing. Now. I just cut into it. Alright, well, let's give it another try here, because if I screw up, I will blow up. I'm here investigating complaints of the storage room door sticking shut following a recent mishap with a defective flaming protocol droid. My assistant Tarn will be on hand to open the door for me if I get stuck in the storage room. Open the door. I'll blow it up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Uh-oh. That'd do it. It did. This is the work pad of Durgar Chester, the late head technician of the Jedi Enclave. There is a personal note written here. It's been a couple of weeks, and no one has come for me. I can only assume the Enclave was destroyed topside, and now I'm buried alive in here. I've tried using the equipment in the storage room to hack, force, weld, or blow that flaming security door open, but nothing. I've tried work. I'm running out of food. Well, he ran out of food. Poor guy. Durgar is Dengar's brother. Ancient ancestor. Durgar. There is like nothing good near. I went through all that trouble. Yeah, kind of disappointing. You need to do more evil stuff. So I'm gonna... Let's take out HK. Why? Is it because we're not together?
Something you need of me?
Whoa, whoa. Okay. So why can't I swap party members? Alright, we're stuck with him. Found a will on the salvager. The will states that all of his possessions are to be left to the other dead salvager you found. Okay. Tamper with the will. Tamper with it. Am I going for a more saber-oriented or force-oriented build? First of all, good evening, Sinicus. How are you doing? I am doing a force-oriented build, as we are dark-sided. I've always found that with this game, if you're dark-sided, going force-oriented is kind of a more enjoyable experience, and if you're light-sided, being a saber-oriented build is more enjoyable. This datapad has the will of the dead salvager. It is badly misspelled. It used to indicate that if he died, his possessions would go to the other salvager that ventured into the sublevels with him. Now it says his possessions should go to you. Oh, we're very evil today. I haven't begun my maniacal laughter. Oh, alright. I'll take a sip of water. Thanks for making sure that I'm not parched. I seem to remember there being something more here. I don't know if something's bugged or if the mod did something. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. It's been a long time since I played this last, and I've never played it with this version of the restored content mod. Last time I played it, I had a very early version of the restored content mod, and that was like 10 years ago. So this is kind of a fresh experience for me for the most part. Saber-oriented is still better as a dark-sided? Yeah. I think that the nice thing with this game is that the prestige classes just make you feel really powerful. Compared to the first one where, I mean, you get to the point where they make you a badass and just kill everybody in one hit. But pure alignment is breaking around level 24-ish. I am at 19, so I got a little bit of a ways.
Braved the peril
And
of the
I like
sea.
Force Crush. I can't
Many
be
stories
without
of
Force
artifacts
Crush.
in your possession.
I like
This
turning people
is
into
fortuitous for
little
myself
balls.
and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
I'm afraid your death won't be.
So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel? We know a thing about Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Yeah, there's something cathartic about zapping everybody and watching them fall. Okay. Well, that was that. I don't think we're going to be running into any more HK units. I want to push Disciple to the dark side. Just like we did that. And best starter class is Scoundrel. I think I picked Scoundrel on my recent Knights of the Republic 1 playthrough. And yeah, Jedi Guardian. My playthrough, so I've been putting up a poll. You viewers all voted for me to play Chaotic Good on the first game and Chaotic Evil on this one, which is been fun so far. I'm gonna swap out HK for, or hello, swap out. There we go. Swap. Add. Okay. There we go. You do vote very extreme. Well, I would say lawful good is an extreme, right? You made me be chaotic good, which was an interesting playthrough where I went with my heart and not with the law. Or whatever.
Still lurking around here.
Whatever. Oh. I was just gonna... Yeah, I found their bodies.
You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects.
Okay. There you go.
You've proven very helpful. I have something I have to do. Come back if you want to talk again.
Alright, bye. You vote for what would be harder for me to decide. Well, thank you very much. No, the most difficult would be if you all voted true neutral, at which point the game would be me being stoic. the entire time. I don't even know if you can actually play the game that way, so...
I don't suppose you're here to hire us. It's been a long time since we've had a paying job.
I heard you've been making trouble for the settlers.
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak.
Yeah, they sure are. They're also pathetic. I think you have the right idea.
You're really not so bad, you know? They make our life difficult. They need to learn respect for those
Apathy
with
is death.
strength.
Yeah. I agree with you. They need to learn respect for those with superior strength. See, I guess that didn't really do anything. Did we explore this area? Yeah, we did. There's nothing there. Nothing. Mercenary camp. Were we able to go? No, invisible wall. Can't go back there. Alright, let's go back to the Matale estate. What did this guy want again? I don't remember.
I have important things to do that help people. Maybe you've heard of that word.
Help people? Nah. Seems like a foreign concept to me. Wasn't there... Wait, I seem to remember something. Something's coming back to me! Something is coming back to me. Why are you here? Hey, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. I stream every Tuesday around this time. Who is Zeron? Alright. I thought there was something with that guy, but I don't remember.
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Fine. Are you willing to talk to me now?
Is there someone that you need killed, Master? Answer.
No one wants to talk to me. I gain influence. Doesn't want to talk.
My life for yours.
Alright.
I will end. It is not a subject
Hey,
which
there
I
we
have
go.
spoken of since its destruction.
I've seen similar acts of destruction at Malachor.
I've heard tales of Malachor. It is said that many of my people felt the end of the Mandalorian Wars from across the galaxy. But do not mistake me. I did not mean to draw comparisons between Qatar and Malachor. My homeworld still exists. It is intact.
How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
If your homeworld was destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
As if everything suddenly went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Qatar. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
He made you see?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
And why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
How did your master destroy your homeworld to kill on such a scale? It's impossible.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Why did your master destroy Qatar?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Qatar, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there?
He cannot deny his hunger for long, and any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Or it may starve him, make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
Just thinking out loud. Why did the Jedi meet on Qatar?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
Didn't I just say that? Okay.
I will answer what I can.
I guess we've already talked to her about all this.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Why, it is only that a weak servant is no use at all. Surely the Sith has taught you that.
I must warn you. If you weaken yourself for
Oh
me,
no!
then it will kill you.
I lost influence. Blah, 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 blah. I do not understand where your power of the dark side comes from. You are too even-tempered and submissive for my tastes.
There is more to the Sith than simply rage or slaughter. There are many kinds of hate, and all of them have the call of the dark side in them. The galaxy is filled with many such evils, and rarely have I seen anything else.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories, or the planet itself. Very well. Perhaps we shall speak more of this at another time. But know this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
So, alright, disclosure. The current leader in the poll for romance is Visas, and I have an issue with the fact that I'm chaotic evil. I've got to be romantic with Visas, who seems to generally respond more favorably to some of the more, how should I put it, compassionate choices when you're in dialogue with her. So I can't be evil and compassionate. It doesn't work that way. Have you ever seen a pod race? Ugh. How to be bad but good. Actually, I pulled a 5-star character on Genshin just yesterday. Was that yesterday or the day before? It was just yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I hardly play this game. So that was something. It wasn't yesterday? Alright.
I don't suppose you got any help from the...
Anybody ever see a pod race?
Hello there.
Got a problem with one of the salvagers.
Let me guess. You were tricked out of some credits. Sorry, friend, but we don't do anything about that anymore. Don't you know our rules? Glad you asked. So here are the... So a friendly scuffle is all right. But if any blasters are drawn, there'll be hell to pay. I'd stay away from the mercenary camp. We follow the rules, and we don't have any problem.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
Hey, you.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a... You want something?
Yeah, I cleared out the cave.
So
I want the money.
Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You saved some lives today. You want something?
I just wanted the freaking money.
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems the whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a
blah 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 blah
fair
blah.
fight. There were witnesses. You won.
Money. They've got pod racing like that on Malachor. Very fast, very dangerous.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Where's Vrook?
He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic, but recently they've been behaving differently. Vrook was investigating this when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Zeron or myself.
Can you tell me anything else?
I believe I've told you everything I can. Please find and rescue Vrook.
Alright. Bring him to the Kinrath caves. I was there already. Welcome back, Counter. It is pod racing. Well, we're back here again. Probably shouldn't have came here first, but I was like, I gotta have that purple lightsaber crystal that we could have just bought from the shop. Oh! Look who got caught.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
I already killed them all. That Jedi belongs in his cage.
I know that you settlers have a score to settle with Jedi. Trust me, this one's gonna suffer.
I'm afraid I can't talk. I'm afraid imprisonment isn't good enough. He must die.
I can understand how you feel, but he's worth a lot less to us if he's dead. So we're not gonna kill him, and we're definitely not gonna let you kill him.
You have no choice in this matter. You're all dead.
I warned you, but I'm glad you didn't listen. Attack, men!
You've just confirmed everything I thought about you. You were a stain to the reputation of the Jedi Order. I may have been caged, but I was never helpless. Guard yourself, exile.
Before I kill you, you have information I require.
I don't know why you think I'd tell you anything.
Why'd you cast me out?
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco. You see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. That was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not.
Why'd you cut me off from the Force?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth. Cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you. Your loss was a casualty of war, no more.
Yeah, I think it is. But I've reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel any power in you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again.
At the end of my trial, you and the other masters said something had happened to me. What is it?
You've seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge?
It doesn't matter. If you know, tell me.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Does it really matter if you tell me? Only one of us will be leaving here alive.
Fine. There's little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations will not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it.
Thanks for the redemption, Cloudy. I drank my water. I've heard enough. Prepare to die.
How
You've become strong again, but I know not how. This isn't over, Exile.
Hey! Rude. I don't appreciate that. This datapad contains orders from Azkul to senior mercenary officers. Mercenaries have recently made a secret alliance with the Exchange and are planning an imminent attack on Kunda. With this Administrator Adare dead, then the Exchange would be able to use Dantooine for their illicit activities completely undetected by the Republic. All preparations for the mercenary attack have been made, and they could attack Kunda at any moment. Alright. I mean, oh no.
Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
Hey, did you see that guy run by? I've learned that you're planning an assault on Gunda.
That is correct, and I want you to help me.
What's in it for me?
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
What do you have in mind?
There are many ways someone with your abilities can aid us. Before the action begins, I have 2 main tasks in mind for you. Disable the gun turrets and the traps.
You want me to destroy the gun turrets?
Deal with the turrets however you see fit. Just keep them from pestering my men. Decide quickly. I have a slaughter to plan.
What about the traps?
When the militia learns of our attack, they will plant traps around the entrances to Kunda. Disable them. Decide quickly. I have a slaughter to plan.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Return to me when you are ready for us to begin our assault. I warn you not to keep me waiting.